Hey, so now it's about 8:57 on the East Coast time. I'm on the West Coast time here in Eugene, Oregon, at the Urban Memorial Union University of Oregon campus. You know, I'm always one for deep thought. I'm always one for constant thinking, reflecting, and other crap. Well, other stuff like that. Anyone who's watching and knows me knows and has ever read any of my reading and writings in the past know I think deep. I just can't help it. I don't think there's any shallow area of my thought pattern of one that when I sit down and actually think and reflect, there is no shallow end to my pool. It's all deep. But when I think about a breakthrough, or not really an idea like the title says, because I didn't have enough characters to put, or at least an epiphany, which, once again, anyone watching who knows me, know I almost never use that word. It's just something that never really ever happens to me except for once in a. I don't know, this might have been the second time ever. Anyway, what I'm saying is I think I've had an idea or an epiphany, and I'm surprised. Actually, I'm ashamed I did not think of this sooner. I've been so wrapped up in other stuff, and all of a sudden I sit down after I did wrote and said and then live streamed to you all or recorded if anyone who watches after I finish the live stream. Um, you know, my new writing, how. But I think of other things. Sometimes I think of just stuff. And while I was just thinking of stuff, all of a sudden it hit me. What if I've been thinking about what's going on with me in all the wrong way? Not so much as a mental crisis, because I have of the physical part taken care of, all the doctor's stuff. I take all my hormones like I'm supposed to. Yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle and it's slow, at least for now. Once I can get rid of the facial hair, I think that'll be a really big change. Because I'm always worried about the facial hair. When I don't have to worry about it anymore, you know, then I can actually, then I'll actually feel a lot better about finally trying to deal with makeup, learning how to do makeup. Well, hopefully by then, meaning soon, my chest will get a little bit bigger. So no matter what, you can't mistake what's going on. That I'm going through transition. But I've always been thinking of it more as an emotional crisis because of the hormonal roller coaster. That transition puts you through, going through puberty, later on in life, or second time in life, but this time as a female rather than a male. I am thinking it's just biochemical emotion and just mental emotion. And no, what if what's going on with me is an existential crisis? In which case, and hopefully I can hang on to this and long enough and so I just get set in and I realize, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I realize and start dealing with it like this. What if it's just an existential crisis, a philosophical crisis that I'm dealing with? Probably the biggest one in my entire life, to date. And hopefully this will, if this is what's going on with me, really, self-reflection and all, hopefully this will be the biggest one I ever have to deal with. But like I said, I'm all good with the physical part, even the final surgery, if I choose to do it. And I think I keep leaning. In fact, I'm quite sure I keep leaning closer and closer and more and more into doing it. But in the meantime, and there are other things changing in my thoughts and ideas of not just what I'm going to do with myself, but people of interest, shall we say. I really do believe it's finally starting to kick in, at least up in my head, in certain ways. It's kind of scary, but it's okay because it's new. But it's okay because in a way it's what I've always wanted. Certain type of attractions and other stuff. Mm. I'm just... If it is an existential crisis that I'm going through, then that means it's more philosophical than spiritual or anything else. Which means it'll be easier for me to just avoid emotion from it. This is not... I'm only talking about the transitioning part and just the general acceptance in life part. I am not at all speaking about my battle against homelessness. In a small way, maybe my battle with acromegaly, that also does fit into what I'm talking about with the existential crisis. But my fight for housing is still 100% full on, and that is not an existential crisis. That is a true physical, mental, and emotional crisis I'm dealing with. But putting that one to the side, and if it is an existential crisis, at least for me, that makes it more okay. I've always been able to deal with those a lot easier than the other, spiritual and emotional crisis, especially with this transition. Actually, there's something that brings me at peace when I think about it this way. So I think truly it is an existential crisis. I'm not quite sure where to go from here with it, other than continue to sit still and think in gamer terms, hold my action, and just contemplate and think. and don't act until I know for certain which is the right and wrong action for me to take. Um, Thank you. Hi, Dinar. I hope you're well. Yeah, I know it's alright. I'm, I'm frustrated. And I'm doing something stupid. I'm suffering over my suffering, and I need to stop doing that. On the plus side, because my money came in a little early, I have more clothing coming in, although this time more feminine. My first underwire bra. I'm getting a black long sleeve, uneven hem uh, shirt, but female. I'm getting special underwear for transgender people. I am also getting new lip plumper with collagen. A new friend of mine, a trans friend of mine, um, reminded me on Friday I need to practice more or at least better self-care. I need to indulge myself a little bit. I put down $100 on a cargo trailer that will hold up to 600 pounds. That will be perfect, especially if I extend the back about like 2.5 feet. That'll hold up 600 pounds, and then I'll be able to finally make the camper I need to make to deal with living outdoors during the wintertime if I'm still stuck outdoors during the wintertime. Other than that, it just becomes a camping trailer for me once I am indoors. So I can still go on vacations and whatnot. I wish you were here just to hang out with me, Dinar. Or you, Fox. Anyone. Talking to the camera is still just a one-way conversation. Unless someone like Dinar chimes in. The more you want to tell me, the better. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Love you all very much. Next time I make a live stream, no matter what size, it'll probably be Thursday at the latest. And if it's Thursday, then I'll have all my new clothes. And I can definitely do a small little show. Anyway, be well, be safe, love you all.